In a minute here. There we go. Well, welcome. Welcome to the Citadel for Metal Fellowship. And today we have Ebru Kilik. Kilik. Kilik.
Kılıç. Ebru Kılıç.
All right. And she's the lead singer of Orpharion. Thank you very much, Ebru, for taking time out of your busy schedule to discuss your latest album, A Faraway World, with us. And I'm going to give the music a break there. And do you want to go ahead and say hi or? Um,
Yeah, hello. Thank you for inviting me. I'm really excited right now, and I really appreciate it. I'm so happy to be here. This is actually my first interview, and um, as I said, I'm super excited. I hope I don't fail. And also, the review you wrote about our album was amazing. It made us really happy and proud. Thank you for that.
you're more than welcome. And this will be the first interview of many because this is a fantastic album. And I think after this and, after the reviews, you're going to get more and more people that will want to talk with you and hopefully review your album as well because
I hope so.
it's very good. Um, so there, your latest album is A Faraway World, and
Mm.
tell us how Orpharion began and emerged and evolved. How did you guys get started? How did you meet everyone? And go from there.
Uh, Orpharion started with our guitarist and producer, Kubilay. We've actually been friends for a long time. I think it was around 2005 back then. I was in a metal cover band, and he joined us. We became friends and started making music together. For a long while, we played in different cover bands. At the same time, we were trying to write our own songs, just learning and figuring things out. Then I think it was around 2012. Can't say for sure, but Kubilay formed the first version of Orpharion and asked me to join. But I was really burned out at that time because we had a hard time finding good musicians to work with. So I turned down the offer, sadly.
Mm.
The band started with a different vocalist and completely different members at that time. The first song they did was Sleep Well. Kubilay composed the music and I wrote the lyrics for it. Then they worked on another track. It is called Lurking Truth now, but at that time it had a different name and completely different lyrics and vocal line. After a while, things didn't work out for them and the band split up. Later, Kublai asked me again to join, and this time I said, okay, I'll join. I had this idea turn Orpharion into a concept band where we would build a whole new world and write songs based on its stories. So I rewrote the second song, gave it new lyrics and a new name, and that's how Lurking Truth was born.
Oh,
Later, we started looking for new band members. Our drummer Görkem joined, along with our former bassist Görkem, another Görkem, and our keyboardist Gençay. We kept writing our own songs, started rehearsing in the studio, and played a few shows, played our original songs and cover songs together. Later on, our bassist moved to the US, so we had to find a new bassist. Eventually, Ertunç joined us on bass, and that's how the story began.
all right. And So Kublai is the lead guitarist.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
just for those that didn't know. Um, so, what are some of your influences? Who are some of your favorite bands, and also the band members? Who do they like to listen to when you're not doing your own, creating your own music?
Can you repeat that again? Because there
Sure.
was a connection issue, I think.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Sorry about that. Which bands do you guys like to listen to? Who are some of your favorite bands? Your influences? What influenced your music?
Yeah. Uh, we like power metal, Kublai and I. Fan of power metal and progressive metal bands like Stratovarius, Evergrey, and my favorite band is Blind Guardian. Um,
Oh, okay.
I love them since middle school. Yes, I have their tapes still. And again, I'm a fan of Stratovarius. Power metal was actually my entry point into metal music, and right away I felt it was the perfect fit for me. Later, I discovered symphonic metal thanks to Nightwish, and I love it.
Yeah.
And I realized that Nightwish songs really suited my voice, and I was feeling comfortable while singing them. After that, I started listening a lot more symphonic metal, like Within Temptation, Epica, Xandria. And simply, we love power metal and symphonic metal.
Okay. And she's coming from Istanbul, Turkey, which is the meeting point of Europe and Asia, and beautiful uh, place to visit. That famous, I think it's a temple or church. But what is what's it like living in Istanbul? She mentioned it's huge, but
Yeah, it's huge. It's so crowded and also so beautiful. And living here, it's not easy, actually. But if you visit here, it's so beautiful. There are so many places, historical places. But living here, well, I don't recommend it, actually. It's so crowded and getting bigger and bigger.
all right. Um, all right. Now, do you think you're going to and how is the music scene in Istanbul? Is it growing or stable? And what's bigger, metal or pop or rock? What would you say?
Well, there are many metal bands, actually. But we don't have many opportunities to for live shows. It's a bit difficult because metal is not very popular here.
Hmm.
Um, I think pop is more popular. There are so many places you can go or you can sing it live. Yeah, like
All
that.
right. And will you do a tour for Faraway World, or will you have to go far away to do that?
Yeah, yeah, we definitely want to go on tour. We believe it's one of the best ways to introduce our music and ourselves to more people. We are planning both domestic and international shows, and we are currently in the middle of meetings and preparations for that.
Oh, good. Any that you can mention, or too early?
We've got two concert dates confirmed so far, both in Istanbul, and we are planning to go the other cities after that. Ankara and Izmir, probably we will go. And our concert dates are one on May 30th and the other one on June 15th. You can find all the details on our social media pages. And we will be announcing more shows soon, of course.
All right, and I've got links to all of her social media
Mhm.
at the end of the review, and I'll also put them at the end of this interview once we're all done. But yes, they do a great job of putting themselves out on social media. They're very accessible, so that's good. Um, so let's describe your debut single "Revival" from 2016, because that kind of kicked off the band. I would think you um, and it started your epic storytelling. They tell wonderful
Mhm.
stories within their music. If you haven't heard it yet, you'll see that. But tell us a little bit about that single "Revival."
I wrote Revival as the opening song to the Orpharion world. It's a gateway into a universe different from our own. In this story, I placed myself as a storyteller bard, and most of the songs are shaped through the storyteller's narration, but some special tracks like Death Marshes are told from the perspective of the main character of the story.
Okay, and then there's "Broken Seal," which is the first single from this album. Let's just listen to a little bit of that. They do a great mix of keyboards and guitar, and then comes those pounding drums, and it sounds fantastic. And the video, if I remember, there's a video for this too that's very otherworldly. Um, do you want to talk about that one a little bit?
Yeah, of course. The Broken Seal talks about a threat looming over the world of Orpharion. I'll be exploring this theme more deeply in future songs. In short, because of a mistake someone makes, portals to different dimensions start opening into Orpharion universe. The storyteller is someone who comes through one of these gates and arrives in that world. But she's not the only one, of course. Other more dangerous things are coming through as well, bringing new threats with them.
All right, and describe. It sounds like you're starting the description of the concept of a faraway world. What is the adventure, prophecy, fate of that story? Tell us what you're trying to achieve with it, because it's fantastic. But I'd want to hear it in your own words.
Yeah, thank you. The album features songs that tell the stories of different characters. Some of these songs are directly connected to each other, while others will tie in later. And there are some songs that telling the storyteller's inner world. I try to build a concept similar to the Witcher world, dark and full of stories. Every corner of Orpharian world holds its own stories and characters, like in The Witcher. And the storyteller shares the tales and legends she comes across during her journey through the songs. I have a general idea in my mind about where the story is heading, but most of the details come to life once I actually start writing. So I can say exactly what the next stories will be, but uh, I know I want to keep writing, and eventually I want to turn these days into short stories as well,
A great
because I
idea.
love writing.
That's good. No, that's not only good for you, it's good for the band to have somebody that enjoys
Yeah,
doing that and does it so well. That's you're a good writer.
thank you.
Yeah. All
Thank you
right.
so
And
much.
And then you chose the title of the band, Orpharion. It literally is an instrument. It's a pluck string instrument from the Renaissance, and it's a beautiful instrument. And we talked on, I don't know, like a Facebook chat or something, and you said you're going to go out and maybe try to find either the
Yeah.
instrument or maybe somebody that plays it maybe for the next album. Is that a
Yeah, I hope
possibility?
we can find someone like that. Yeah. Uh, Actually, the name Orpharion originally comes from the instrument, but we also saw it as a combination of the names Orpheus and Arion,
Oh,
two legendary musicians from Greek mythology. I even included a bard character in the story named Arion. Uh, that's also why we designed our logo to resemble a lyre.
yeah.
And I want to use the instrument if I can find one
All
in
right.
the songs. Yeah.
You want to play it yourself or bring someone in or?
Actually, I want to learn. I want
Oh,
to learn it. But if I cannot learn, someone who is professional plays it very well, I think. It will be wonderful for us.
it would add to the story. Absolutely. Well, I hope that happens definitely. And
Yeah,
yeah,
I hope so.
the other thing that in reading some of the information you sent me for the press release and that, is that a faraway world, you planned to release it way back in 2020, but then along came COVID and it just stopped that from happening. And what was it like sort of sitting on this, wanting to get this out? It's such a great album, but you didn't want to try to do it during the COVID, the pandemic.
Yeah, actually, our last concert was right before the pandemic, and we were already performing most of the songs from the album back then. The only thing missing was the final recordings. Due to some limitations, especially with studio access and financial issues, I ended up recording the vocals at home with what I had. It wasn't easy at all. Honestly, it was really tough. And I
Yeah.
feel that I couldn't fully reach my potential at home. I'm pretty sure I disturbed my neighbors more than once. And I really want to thank them for their patience. And after the pandemic, I lost my mother
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
I completely fell apart. Thank you. I couldn't sing for a long time. There were still parts of the vocals left unfinished, but I just couldn't bring myself to complete them. I didn't want to give up on music, but I didn't have any strength left. So I went into a kind of solitude. During that time, my bandmates waited for me,
That
which
was
meant a
good.
lot. And last year, I slowly started recording again at home. And we even created a new song called Fire Mountain, which became the last track we added to the album. We actually have a lot more songs in progress, but we decided to save them for the next album. It's been a difficult journey for all of us, especially for me, and it still is. But I really want to keep going. Music is how I release and express everything I'm feeling, and it's the only way I know to ease my soul.
Wonderful. All right. Let's start with the first song on the album, My Heart Draws a Dream, which is a beautiful title. I'm going to play a little bit of it and then we'll talk about it and you can tell us what you meant with it. But give me just a second to play a little bit. That opening guitar reminds me a lot of one of my favorite bands from England, the Chameleons. And I don't know if your guitarist knows the Chameleons or has ever heard of them, but it just sounds so much like them. It's wonderful. We'll just a little bit longer here just so we can hear your voice. Okay. And one thing I probably didn't ask you, but where did you learn how to sing?
Um, I think from the music, to be honest, I'm a self-taught musician. I'm not trained in vocals. I'm just listening and trying to sing the songs I love, especially from Tarja and Nightwish. I kept listening their songs and tried to sing them. And I don't know. I worked at home. I worked so hard. Uh, but I don't know.
You have a
But I'm
beautiful,
not trained.
but you have a beautiful,
Thank you.
deep voice that really comes through. Um, so
Yeah, I
tell,
just love singing.
uh so probably during the day, you're wherever you are, you're singing a little bit, if not out loud in your head, right?
Hmm. Actually, Tarja holds a very special place in my heart. My dream is to sing with her one day. And she has been kind of my vocal teacher over the years, although she has no idea about it. I mean, by listening to her songs and trying to sing them, yeah, I've learned a lot, actually. Yeah, I've learned so many things from her.
Yeah.
And we even played one of her songs in our concerts many times. It was Until My Last Breath. I love to sing that song.
Yeah.
I also covered her song I Walk Alone years ago, and it's still on my YouTube channel,
All right.
my own channel. And I really enjoy singing Nightwish and Tarja songs, basically. And I think I've learned a lot from them. I don't know. I don't know any technical things of singing.
hmm
I'm just trying to sing like them.
And you do a very good job. You do a very good job. All right.
Thank you.
My heart draws a dream, and what is that dream for you?
Can you repeat that again?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Uh,
your voice is going. I think
that,
it's because of my in-ear.
no, that's okay. So the title of the song is "My Heart Draws a Dream." What dream do you think of when you sing that song?
Well, it's complicated. It's a mixing of singing to the divine being and to my mother and to my father. I lost him while I was a kid. It's a mixing of everything I feel in my inner world.
Yeah.
I dream. I was dreaming of being a good singer and a writer uh, since my childhood, and I'm singing to my father, to my mother, uh, to the higher being, and to my dreams. I'm singing in that song.
Yeah.
It's a mix of everything. I think I didn't really think about it. I just I just felt and wrote the things. Um,
All right. Um, have you ever heard of Edenbridge? Because you sound
Yeah,
a little bit like Sabine. You've heard their music.
yeah, yeah. Love the
You
music they have.
you love their music? Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's we'll listen to a little bit of "Lurking Truth" and talk a little bit about that song. That one starts out a little stronger. Heavy
Yeah.
drums and guitar. And what is the lurking truth to you?
Um, yeah.
What to you is the lurking truth?
Lurking Truth is a story, one of the stories in the world of Orpharion. The story of a little girl. She is actually a witch and she is running from the people she loved. But when they saw her other face, the witchcraft things, um, they tried to burn her actually.
Mhm.
And in the song, she is simply running away from them,
Mhm.
and she is not trying to do her magic. She is trying to compress her feelings and her magic. But at the end, she fails. At the end of the song, she fails hard.
Mhm. Well, that's a shame. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, all right. And the next song is Fire Mountain. Let me play a little of that. That's another one that starts off really strong, and it sounds like you're climbing a volcano or something. Are
Yeah.
you able to hear me? Or
Yes, I can
okay,
hear you.
I've just got. But yeah, you come in pretty quickly on that song, and your vocals are just stunning. Was it sort of
Thank you.
a climb up a volcano, or what did you mean by Fire Mountain?
Actually, Fire Mountain is the last song we wrote. Um, I haven't had the chance to perform it live, but I'm really looking forward to singing it live. And the story is, again, it's really complicated here. Uh, there's a queen in Death Marshes, you know.
All right.
She is here in the song as well. And her story is so deep. I don't want to tell everything here, but in the future songs, I will tell more about her story. She's trying to save her land from an unknown threat, and in the Fire Mountain, uh, there is some secret knowledge, and she's trying to uh, protect from the villains, and she destroys everything simply. She's kind of a evil character, anti-heroine. She's like that. She is doing some bad things, uh, but she also tries to save her people, save her land. And while she became very evil.
All right. All right. And then Sleep Well is another very good song. Let me play a little of that. It's got that beautiful, I think it's acoustic guitar at the beginning, and it's kind of a slow but beautiful song that just,
Yeah.
after all the heavy metal, gives you kind of a break. But you have a very strong voice on this one when it. And that one has a good beat too. Tell us a little bit about that. Sleep Well.
Um, Actually, Kubilai composes the songs and handles the mixing and mastering as well. Uh, we love heavy and intense music, but my voice is the complete opposite, very soft. You can hear.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really enjoy this combination. I always love the idea of soft sounds floating over heart riffs. Um, that's the way we created this song. I try to be soft and floating over the heavy riffs, and the music is also very heavy
Yeah.
in our album, I think. And for example, the way metal bands collaborate with symphonic orchestras create such beautiful music. I simply try to create something like that, something Beauty and the Beast style.
Yeah. It sounds like Nordic, like the cry or the call of the Volcry. Just sounds like a Viking type anthem, which is good. It's
Yeah,
really good.
yeah. But sometimes it's really hard to sing over that heavy music, especially while live singing. I'm struggling to hear myself well, even with the in-earphones.
Yeah. All right. Then the next song is Majestic Lights, and that's another good. This time more keyboard, which is really beautiful keyboard opens it, and maybe a little lighter until the drums and everything kick in. But I compare you to Manuela Crawler. Have you ever heard of her?
Yeah,
The original
from
Zandria.
Zandria. Yeah,
She's fantastic, and
yeah,
I really hope she comes back and does some more full albums. She's done a
yeah.
few great singles, but
I agree with you.
wait a minute. There we go. But but yeah, you do like her.
Yes,
Great.
I love her. I think she is an amazing vocalist, and I wish they had continued with her. And I
Yeah.
also love Diane Era. She is also very good. And both of them simply are my favorite Zandria vocalists.
Yeah, and the new singer's also very good, but there's something about
Yeah,
Manuela that just was.
yeah.
She
The
just
new
had
singer also very cute voice. She has a very cute voice, I think. But Manuela is different. Yeah,
she had a lot of power, and that just.
yeah,
I know there's a lot of people that try to imitate her, but no one yet that I've heard comes close. She's just
yeah. It's not easy.
yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about that song, the story behind the Majestic
Um,
Lights?
just the clients, yeah. Uh, it's a song where the storyteller sings about the northern lights in the Orpharion world. You can think of it as a colorful show that one scene you'll want to witness over and over again. It's simply Northern Lights of Orpharion World.
It sounds a little bit like my wife and I went over to Vancouver for Christmas time, and they had these beautiful lights everywhere, and it sounds like that. I mean, it.
Yeah, and I think it's the cutest song we have.
The cutest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. Then we have Song of the Exiled Ones, and who are the exiled ones?
Well, the song is about a group of exiled people. I think it's obvious, yeah. And their story will continue in future songs in more detail. Who they are and why they were exiled will be explored in depth in future songs. I think, and it's my favorite song in the album. It's so emotional, and I don't know the story will be heading, but I think it will be more emotional in future songs.
No, it is very much so. Wait, I'm gonna do it again because I had it on when you were talking. But hold on, the piano is just beautiful at the
Um,
beginning, and then your voice comes in. It's just really good. Yeah, I agree. It's probably the best, one of the best songs on the album. It
yeah,
really is. It just captures you and just really it mesmerizes you.
thank you.
Yeah, a very very good song. All right, and then next up is the Storyteller, which is another probably one of the greatest songs on the album. Tell us about this. Well, hold on. Let me. Hang in here. I've already got it going a little bit here. Just the beginning, and then I'll let you talk about it.
Mhm.
That it sounds like a wah wah pedal, and it's even more pronounced later in the song. What was that? How did you create that? It's really cool.
Well, Kublai did that, of course. He enjoys experimenting with different things in music, and I think that's why he added that part. Um, Actually, the storyteller was meant to be a slower song, but in the end, it turned into a much more intense track with a unique sound. It's one of my favorite songs again,
Yeah.
and I would love to make an acoustic version of its more slower one. The lyrics uh, are very emotional, and the music is very heavy again here.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the lyrics and the story behind the Storyteller?
Yeah, it's the again the inner world of the storyteller. Um, it's just simply telling her promise. Actually, it's also my inner voice and my promise to my mother. I'm wrote down that
Hmm.
in that song. And yeah, like that.
All right. The next one, when I saw the title, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be something fantastic. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. Um, it's called Dead Marshes. Let's listen to a little bit of it. It starts out kind of quiet with crows or raven, and it sounds like something you would expect from the Dead Marshes. From you saw the Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a fan of it.
you're a fan. Yeah, but there's rain and ravens, and it's a tough scene. But then the guitar is just fantastic, and then I'll listen to it for a minute here. It reminded me so much of. Have you ever heard of the band The Mission? They're kind of from the 80s and
No,
90s.
I don't know them.
You
But
don't
I
know
checked
them?
them after I read your review. I think you mentioned that in our
All right,
review
hold
of our
on. Let
album.
me just.
I checked them later.
Yeah, you've got a beautiful voice. The way it starts out, it's just calm and cool and collected. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you when you were saying that, but you've never heard of The Mission?
Yeah, I never heard them, but after I read your review of our album, I checked them, and the, those tracks are really enjoyable.
The
But
two
I
that
didn't
I
know them
mentioned.
before.
Yeah. Fabian and
Yeah,
then Him for America. Yeah.
yeah, those
If you
songs.
haven't heard those two, give them a listen. But it sound has he heard those before or never heard them in his life?
I never heard them.
Yeah.
Or I'm not sure actually, but I think I didn't heard them,
Yeah.
didn't hear them.
All right, and then Broken Seal is the last song on the track, but it's again they're all great, but this one's really good too. I'm just gonna play a little bit of it. Has that great, and this was the first single. Just playing a little bit of it. But with this, this is exceptional. Let me ask you this: does Kublai create the music first, and then you uh, add lyrics to it, or do you already have a story written, and then you come to him and say, "Okay, now tell me how this would sound musically"? Which comes first, or do you work together, and both of them happen at once?
Kublai composed the songs, and Genchai helped us with the piano and the orchestral parts. I'm also learning the orchestral parts, so
Oh,
I'll be contributing more to the music from now on. Sometimes Gulay makes the song from start to finish and sends it to me, and I write draft lyrics and the vocal melody. Then we shape the song together. Other times he sends me a short riff or a melody, and I record a quick vocal and see how the song might continue. Sometimes we just experiment in the studio and turn those ideas into songs, like the song of the Exiled Ones. We made most of it in the studio rehearsals. And when I start writing lyrics, I can get into a more emotional mood while listening to the music, which helps me write more effective lyrics. I also have many draft lyrics that I've written while listening to epic music or movie soundtracks. And sometimes I continue working on those and shape the lyrics according to the music.
Okay. The artwork on the album, I think she's eventually gonna send me a CD once the CDs come out. But the cover artwork is beautiful with Arian Thalil. I hope I'm saying.
In Toriel, Ariane in Toriel is actually me.
Oh,
It's one of my it's the name of my one of my characters.
oh,
It goes back to my middle school years. I always used this name for the characters I created in the games I played.
oh.
After a while, Ariane became my second name. Later, I started using this name as my stage name,
No,
but it
okay.
came to confusing more people. And from now on, I plan to continue using my stage name as Intolial only without Ariane. And I will use my real name, Ebru, to represent myself. And Intolial also is a name that I got from a Middle Earth name generator when I
Oh,
entered my last name. I was in middle school back then, and I've been using it ever since. And
excellent.
for
That,
the
that,
artwork, besides music and literature, I also have a passion for creative design. There are talented people in my family in this field. I started learning design softwares as a hobby at first, and eventually got a job as a designer in an agency.
oh,
So
wonderful.
far, I've been handling all of the band's artwork, lyric videos, and website design. Honestly, I'm really happy with it. I enjoy bringing my visions to life through visual design.
And you do a
So
great job.
basically, I love writing, creative visual design, and singing.
She does it all. She's incredible. All right. So I know, you're really uh, kicking this album off and you're looking at putting together a tour. Are you already, you sort of hinted that you're already working on the next album. Can you tell us a little bit about that, or will that be next year or the year after? When do you think you would release that?
We already have demo songs waiting. Even though we haven't officially released many songs over the years, we actually written a lot. So our goal is to finish and finalize those tracks as soon as possible, and complete the unfinished one and release the second album as soon as possible. I hope it will be the next year.
You think it'll be next year? Wow, excellent. Well, this one is, enjoy this one. Take your time. And like I say, I hope you get a lot of touring in and people are able to hear this album. It's a fantastic album. But I think
Thank
that
you.
next one's even going to be better. And you bring in that Orpharion instrument, and um, at least one song. But if you put that in a bunch of songs, it's going to really, um, it'll be fantastic. I mean, really good music.
Yeah,
Is
and
there?
I wanna do some of the song, the acoustic version of the some of the songs. Uh, we can release an EP like
That's a
that
good idea
with
because it
acoustic
sounded
versions
like.
and maybe yeah, one or two original songs and acoustic versions of the other songs. We
I
can
think that would
release
be
that.
great. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Yeah, bands are putting those acoustic versions on the end of their album, but your album had quite a few songs already, 9 songs, and it'd be tough to fit anything else on there. But wonderful, that's good to hear. Yeah, I'll be looking for that. Um, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about that I haven't covered?
Uh, yeah. Actually, it was a lovely interview. I think I made a lot of mistakes here,
No, you
but I'm
didn't.
so happy to be here.
No, you
And
didn't make any
I hope
mistakes.
we will. Yes, sometimes my English is dying. Well, when I start talking, my brain stops. If I get too excited, and I forget everything.
No, no, you did
And
wonderful. Don't think that at all. You answered all the questions, and no, you did a great job. Don't think that.
thank you. And I hope we will meet again soon with new songs. And and I truly hope that those who listen to our album will enjoy it. That will really help us grow and improve. I would love to be able to touch people's hearts through our songs and stories.
And she's got some great stories, and more coming already. So that is wonderful. Um, anything else you wanted to say, Eber?
Nothing comes to my mind at the moment. Thank you, everything. Thank you for everything.
Well, thank you. Really, this was um, fantastic. First time I've included music, and I'm dying to see how everything sounds. I hope it came out okay, but no, you did a fantastic job, Ebru. Don't even think you did
Thank
anything
you.
less. You did a very good job. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and then you and I can talk a little bit. But again, Ebru, thank you very much for participating in this. You're always welcome back to our Citadel. It was great talking with you, and looking forward to more from this band. This band is a good one, and you definitely need to give them a chance. All right, I'm gonna turn off the recording here. Thank you.